M&T Bank Stadium since 1998, the home of the Ravens. The kicker, Daniel Carlson, has this one teed up. And off we go here in Baltimore. Hardy now with the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap. Gonna go right back to Henry. And he's going to be very close to a first down. It's a good run there. Maybe just a couple of feet short.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
In motion comes Andrews. He'll try and run for this with Henry. And he's only going to be able to get back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 3 plays, no first downs, time for 4th down. They'll run for it with Henry. And he's going to have the Ravens, and he's going to have the Chargers.
Hey, middle.
That's good for a Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
He'll go again here with Henry. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. Bateman is the motion man. 2nd down. Jackson. He's got his tight end, Mark Andrews. 14 yards on that pass play there. 1st down, Baltimore.
We spent so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game that allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. It's exactly what he's able to do here, and really nice connection.
Play action now. Jackson going up top and looking for Andrews. And the Raiders will take over here just shy of the 30.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. The first run for Alexander Madison. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
I think this is something that we can expect to see here, especially early, Mike, as this team gets into a rhythm. They want to lean on this run game. They feel like they have a lot of advantages over this defense, and you can see from the first play here why they feel that way.
In motion is Myers. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield. So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's O'Connell. Open man. That's Trey Tucker. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
They may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
They'll empty out the backfield, line up for 3rd and 3. Out of the shotgun, O'Connell. He gets that one complete to his tight end, Bowers. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
Here's a 2nd and 9. To throw is O'Connell. Look at the big guy rumble. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Aiden O'Connell. Touchdown, Vegas. Certain quarterbacks have a knack for that, and he finds the space to get in the end zone for the touchdown, Greg.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Kind of a play that's taken the league by storm. Not necessarily the tush-push like we see up in Philly, but just as effective here, Mike.
Makes the score Raiders 7, Ravens nothing. Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. Hardy now with the return. Whoa! And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. It's the tight end Likely in motion. On 1st and 10, Jackson. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Bateman is the motion man. Jackson now on 2nd down. A deep shot for Aguilar. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And we'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10.
You at X. You at X.
From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs.
You know, Mike, you could almost just look down in the huddle, and the players are looking at the sideline like, Coach, isn't the punt team going to come out? And the coach was having none of it. He says, no, you're staying on the field. We're being aggressive all day long, and we're going to go pick up this 1st down.
Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. In motion is Myers. Throwing on 2nd down. O'Connell. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
Let's go now. 19 right.
O'Connell to throw on 1st down. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton. And the Ravens are going to get the football, and they'll have it just past the 20-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Bateman is the motion man. On play action, here's Jackson. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
It's now 2nd and 19.
In the shotgun, here's Jackson. Now, deep ball for Bateman. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. They need to say, okay, we've struggled here in the 1st half, putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase 1st downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove. The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. Going up top and looking for Andrews. That is hard. And they're going to have have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
What can I say, Mike? Good things happen when you get the ball to your tight end, but in all seriousness, think about what this guy has to handle in the passing game. Not only to be the possession guy, convert first downs underneath, but then have the ability to be the matchup to get downfield and be vertical in the passing game. There's not a lot of tight ends around the league that can do both, and when you have them, I don't blame the quarterback for looking his way.
That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan, because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons, he can spread the ball out and find the open space.
He finds Likely, his tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
They'll come up now for second down and 4. To the air one more time with Jackson. This one is pulled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes! Nelson Aguilar! Touchdown, Baltimore.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
So, a new ball game. We are all tied. Final moments of this first half as the kick's away. On the return is Dylan Laube. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. A touchdown apiece, 7-7 the score as we begin half number 2. Laube now to return it. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36. They'll start on the ground, and here's Madison. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a first down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll come up here, first and 10. In motion is Myers. They'll stick with Madison. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Again, it's Madison. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down, it'll go down as a loss of 2.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. That's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
He gets this one to Tucker. 11 yards for number 11. And a first down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of, That guy comes, gets the ball.
And he will get into the end zone. Trey Tucker. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. There's a give, heading right, it's Henry. And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain. Off the play fake, Jackson. Escaping the danger. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. One of the Raiders has got it. And so much for a nice gain through the passing game. Not finishing the play, fumbling the football, and the offense has turned it over, Greg.
Mike, give credit to the defender here for not quitting on this play. They just give up a chunk play in the passing game. He stays after it, and instead of just making a simple tackle, he attacks the ball, knocks it loose, and creates a big takeaway for this defense.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the pistol, it's O'Connell. Now a shot here, deep middle. And that is incomplete.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's O'Connell. That's caught left side by Bowers. They gain 18 yards on that one. 1st down, Vegas.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. They'll go here with Madison. And a strong 1st down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short. On 2nd down, here comes Madison. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Here's O'Connell. That's caught by Abdullah. And he will have the first down. He caught it short of the line to gain, but knows right where that marker is, and he's able to pick up that first down.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion, fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
Let's go now.
We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. On first down, a run with Madison. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. They face 2nd down and 7.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 18, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat, baby.
O'Connell to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Hardy now with the return. And he'll be out of bounds just past the 25.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. He'll look for Flowers downfield. That one underthrown and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the Raiders force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 10.